In the stillness of night, a mind races, trapped in an endless marathon with no finish line. This is the world of overthinking, a silent struggle that countless souls endure. Today, we peel back the curtain on this pervasive specter, revealing not just its grip on our lives but the keys to breaking free. Stay with us as we uncover strategies to quell the storm of thoughts and reclaim the calm within. By the end of this journey, you will comprehend not only the why of your racing mind but also the how to put it to rest. Let the unraveling begin. Understanding overthinking, the mind's incessant race, a never-ending loop of ideas that frequently lacks focus and resolution, is known as overthinking. When you find yourself fixated on a single idea and can't stop thinking about it, the repetitive nature of this thought process is one of its defining features. It entails not only thinking but also thinking about thinking. An overthinker approaches every action with uncertainty, rehearsing scenario after scenario. There is a huge difference between overthinking and just solving problems, yet the boundary between the two is frequently blurry. When you set out to solve a problem, you do so with a clear goal in mind. You want to discover a solution, a way out or a way through. Conversely, it's a trap to overthink things. It's like a mind in a whirlwind, unable to find its way ahead. While solving problems moves you closer to a resolution, dwelling on what if and what could have been keeps you mired in hypotheticals. Overthinking causes more than just cerebral exhaustion. It may also weigh you down emotionally. The overthinker's heart, along with the rest of the mind, experiences the ups and downs of thoughts with great intensity. This condition can lead to feelings of constant uneasiness, worry, and anxiety. When worries and uncertainties overwhelm one's mind, they severely impair clarity and tranquility. Anxiety disorders and depression can have their roots in overthinking, which in turn can lead to more severe mental health problems. It's a pattern that may mess with one's head, relationships, and personal development. Because of this continual mental churn, overthinkers frequently fail to appreciate the pleasures and possibilities that are available to them in the here and now. Because it is so focused on future occurrences and reverberations from previous interactions, the mind fails to pay attention to the real, physical environment. One contradictory aspect of this mood is that it diminishes one's capacity to perceive, feel, and experience reality. Gaining an understanding of overthinking is the first step towards conquering it. The first step in regaining control of one's mind is to be aware of its patterns, triggers, and repercussions. Mastering the art of constructive thinking that yields results and avoiding destructive dwelling on problems is key. Now that you know this, you can start doing things that make you feel better. Actions that calm your thoughts, calm your emotions, and put you back in balance. Mindfulness and meditation. One of the subtle but effective ways to combat habitual overthinking is to practice mindfulness, which entails bringing one's attention gently back to the here and now. It's about seeing ideas and emotions as fleeting guests in the expansive mindscape and learning to observe them without judgment. Overthinking is a habit, and this heightened awareness is a lighthouse that helps one see through the haze of constant thoughts. Mindfulness lays the path for a calmer, more focused state of being by simply noting the inclination to become lost in a tornado of thought. One of the most important aspects of mindfulness is meditation, which provides a peaceful escape from mental clutter. To calm the tidal waves of overthinking, try some simple tactics like concentrating on your breath. The simple act of breathing, which is often overlooked, grounds one in the present. As you breathe in, you rejuvenate, and as you breathe out, you release, creating a cycle that subtly guides your thoughts out of their usual spirals. Brief observation meditation is one method. First, get into a comfortable chair in a peaceful area. As you close your eyes, direct your focus to your breath. Instead of trying to change your breathing, focus on feeling the coldness of your inhalation and the warmth of your exhalation. Instead of dwelling on thoughts, one should practice letting them go and returning awareness to the breath whenever they occur. This exercise teaches one to tune out mental chatter and achieve a calm inner environment. You can try the body scan meditation as an additional method, which involves turning your attention away from your breathing and onto your bodily sensations. We address each section of the body separately, starting from the toes and working our way up to the top of the head. In addition to refocusing attention away from overthinking, this technique brings one back into touch with often overlooked physical sensations. On this path of rediscovery, we pay attention to every feeling and eventually achieve mental equilibrium. Mindfulness and meditation are lovely practices because they are easy to implement and can benefit everyone. You only need a few minutes of quiet time and a readiness to halt. No specific tools or settings are required. Overthinking releases its hold when one adopts these habits, allowing room for tranquility and clarity. The mind, which was previously a raging ocean, now becomes a placid lake, reflecting the outside world as it really is. This helps you avoid overthinking and connects you to the essence of life. Distraction and engagement. To stop the train of overthinking in its tracks, distraction and involvement are potent tools. Engaging in engaging and pleasurable activity reduces the opportunity for persistent ideas to take root. If you're feeling stuck in a rut of self-reflection, try engaging in some activities that demand concentration and imagination. Think about how great it is to completely lose yourself in a pastime. Hobbies provide a peaceful haven for the soul, whether they be gardening, painting, or playing an instrument. They provide us with opportunities to grow as individuals, gain knowledge, and feel good about what we've accomplished. In addition to boosting our confidence and giving us something concrete to show for our efforts, these pursuits serve as a welcome diversion from the perils of overthinking. It is just as advantageous to learn new abilities. Learning something new and improving one's existing skill set is intrinsically intriguing and stimulating. By requiring focus and attention, it redirects the mind from idle fantasies. In addition to developing cognitive flexibility and resilience, the mental challenge of learning maintains brain activity and health. Another great way to combat overthinking is to get some exercise or participate in a sport. They are excellent for lifting spirits because they stimulate the body and trigger endorphin production. For some, moving to the beat of their own drum may be a calming meditation that helps them stay in the here and now, detached from their racing minds. Interacting with people is another great diversion. We may change our viewpoint by having deep talks, joining in on group activities, or even just spending time with those we care about. By bringing our attention back to the world around us, it helps us form relationships and alleviates the feelings of loneliness that might result from dwelling on insignificant details. Doing anything creative, like writing, sketching, or making something can help us focus and get things done. They provide us with a way to put our feelings into words, which may be therapeutic since it gives us a chance to see our ideas and feelings in a different light. Things as mundane as cleaning up a room, making a new dish, or completing a puzzle may hold one's attention for long periods of time. These activities, by requiring you to solve problems and make decisions, can break the habit of overthinking and give you back control of your life. The most important thing is to participate in things that truly excite you. Activities that benefit one person may have unintended consequences for another. It's about finding out what piques your curiosity, what tests your limits, and what makes you happy. By making time for these things on a regular basis, you may strengthen your mind's defenses against overthinking and cultivate a more harmonious inner environment. Deep breathing exercises. Deep breathing exercises are a bridge to tranquility, a path that leads away from the tumult of overthinking and into a state of calm. These exercises are not just about taking in air. They are about resetting the rhythm of life, about finding a tempo that soothes the soul and stills the mind. The beauty of deep breathing lies in its simplicity, as well as the profound impact it can have on our overall well-being. Let's explore a basic deep breathing exercise known as diaphragmatic breathing or belly breathing. This technique promotes full oxygen exchange, slows the heartbeat, and lowers or stabilizes blood pressure, making it a powerful ally against stress. To begin, find a comfortable, quiet place where you won't be disturbed. You can sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor or lie down on your back, perhaps with a pillow beneath your knees and head for support. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. This will allow you to feel the correct movement of diaphragmatic breathing. As you breathe slowly through your nose, focus on making the hand on your belly rise while the hand on your chest remains relatively still. The goal is to engage the diaphragm, allowing it to move downward, giving the lungs the space to expand and fill with air. Hold your breath for a moment, then exhale slowly through your mouth, pursing your lips as if blowing through a straw. As you exhale, let your belly hand fall to push out all the air. This exhalation should be longer than the inhalation, a process that enhances the relaxation response. Repeat this cycle of breathing, inhaling through the nose, holding, and exhaling through the mouth for several minutes. With each breath, imagine stress and tension leaving your body carried away by the waves of your breath. Allow your body to relax more deeply with each exhale, sinking into a deeper relaxation state. As you continue with this exercise, you may notice your mind beginning to wander. This is natural. Acknowledge any thoughts that arise, then gently bring your attention back to your breath. The repetition of this breathing pattern acts as a meditation, centering your thoughts on the present moment and breaking the cycle of overthinking. Incorporating deep breathing exercises into your daily routine can be transformative. It's a practice that doesn't require special equipment or a lot of time, yet it has a profound impact on stress levels. Over time, you'll find that these moments of focused breathing become a sanctuary, a peaceful retreat from the demands of daily life. Remember, the journey to managing stress and overthinking is a personal one. Deep breathing exercises are a tool, a means to an end. They are a step towards understanding that, while we may not always control the world around us, we can control our response to it. Through the simple act of breathing, we can find balance, peace, and a sense of control over our own minds. Conquering negative thoughts. When you learn to control your negative thoughts, it's like guiding a ship through turbulent seas to a safer harbor. The first stage on this path is acquiring a sense of self-awareness through mindfulness practice. We can learn to disentangle ourselves from our ideas and appreciate their transient nature by seeing them as leaves drifting downstream in a stream. We are able to detach ourselves from our ideas and recognize them for what they really are, just thoughts and not actual facts. Recognizing patterns of negative thinking is essential. It entails becoming aware of the self-defeating stories we tell ourselves over and over again. Things like making extreme forecasts, being too harsh on yourself, or generalizing negative things might fall under this category. Recognizing these tendencies allows us to start questioning them. It's about examining the facts behind our negative beliefs to see if they are based on truth or merely assumptions. Step 2 is to replace pessimistic and unrealistic ideas with more constructive and optimistic ones. This is no reason to ignore our problems or act like everything is fine. The key is to stop worrying about things beyond our control and start looking for the positive aspects whenever you can. 1. As an example, rather than telling ourselves, "I'll never be good at this," we might reframe the thought as, "I may not be perfect, but I can improve with practice." The practice of acceptance is also a potent tool. They gain power as we ignore or dismiss unpleasant ideas. To practice acceptance, we must be able to recognize, without criticism, that our ideas and emotions do not constitute who we are. It's about accepting that we all have bad ideas from time to time, but that we may choose to allow those thoughts to dictate our behavior. Learning to handle criticism and feedback well is another important skill. We may shift our perspective from taking criticism personally to seeing it as a chance to improve. It's about valuing ourselves independently of other people's views and concentrating on criticism that might help us grow. Keeping a journal or notebook of one's thoughts may be a very illuminating exercise. Keeping a journal of negative thoughts might help identify trends and what sets them off. Keeping track of our thoughts in writing might help us evaluate our progress and recall the tactics that have brought about the desired mental change. Changing our connection with our mind is the crux of overcoming negative ideas. Patience, practice, and perseverance are necessary for the transformation process. Using these methods consistently helps us become more adept at navigating our inner world, which in turn brings us more happiness and contentment. By breaking free from the shackles of pessimism, where our ideas no longer limit us but rather drive us ahead. Conclusion. In our exploration of overthinking, we've navigated through understanding its nature, identifying triggers, and implementing strategies to regain mental clarity. The journey from the tumultuous seas of overthinking to the serene shores of mindfulness is both challenging and rewarding. Remember, addressing overthinking is not just beneficial, it's essential for our mental health. As we conclude, take heart in knowing that the power to direct your thoughts lies within you. Embrace the tools and techniques shared and step forward with confidence, ready to control your thoughts and shape a more peaceful, present-focused life. If you'd like to support me, please consider making a donation after subscribing. Alternatively, if you have a favorite topic, please leave a comment. This will help me find more topics to discuss in future videos.